Hey guys, and welcome to a weekend reading vlog. So this weekend I'm filming my Contemporaryathon weekend edition reading vlog. I wasn't going to do this because I work all weekend. I work 8 hours on Saturday and I work 4.5 hours on Sunday, and so I was like, am I really going to be able to get a lot of footage in during this reading vlog? I don't know. So this readathon starts... It's actually started right now because it's past midnight, but it's Friday through Sunday. I guess I'm just going to try to get as many clips as I can on the Friday to make this vlog kind of interesting for you guys, because that's probably what I'm going to be doing the majority of my reading. But I just wanted to start this vlog because I'm about to start reading. I wanted to share my TBR with you guys, which is really ambitious considering I work 12.5 hours this weekend. But here are all the books on my TBR. So now, I don't plan on reading all of these because that's ridiculous, but I just wanted to have some options. So first, I'm currently reading Goodbye Jays by Jeff Zentner. This is an arc from 2017. So this book has been out for like years now. I just never got around to this arc. I wasn't sent it by a publisher or anything. I was given it free at a book event, so I didn't have any like obligations or anything to read it. This book has been out for a really long time, and I just started reading it last night and I got up to page 14, so not a whole lot, and I meant to read more today before it struck midnight and I didn't. But this book I don't really know a whole lot about, but I do know that we follow our main character Carver, and he kind of blames himself for the death of his 3 best friends because he texted one of his friends while he was driving and then they all got into an accident. Now he kind of is dealing with this guilt over killing his best friends, and he kind of feels like everybody also blames him. That's all I really know about this book, but I'm kind of like in that like sad contemporary mood, and there are a couple more sad books on my TBR. This one I've been wanting to read for a really long time and I just haven't gotten around to it, so my plan is to hopefully read most of it tonight, or like a good chunk of it tonight, and then finish it up tomorrow. I don't really know. I don't know how late I'm planning on staying up, but we'll see. The next one is The Takedown by Corey Wang, which is another arc that I received at the same time as Goodbye Days. I don't know much about this one. I know that it has something to do, I think, with our main character, and she has like her life like all together. She's like perfect. I think there's like a video that gets leaked online of her having like a sexual relationship with one of her teachers, but she's not the one in the video, but everybody thinks that she is, so she kind of has to debunk that and kind of fix that, I think. It sounds really interesting. It's a really small read, so I am hoping to get to this one in this readathon and kind of just like smash out these 2 arcs that I've had on my shelf for far too long without reading, so that's the next one. Then I have the If I Stay duology by Gail Forman, which I guess is kind of like my least of my priorities because they're the only books on this TBR that I've already read, but they're also kind of high on my TBR for this readathon because I know that I can get through these ones really quickly because I'm pretty sure I read both of these in one sitting. I know that I can read these really fast if I just sit down and commit to it. If you guys don't know what If I Stay is about, we follow our main character Mia. Her and her family get into this car accident and she ends up having this out-of-body experience while she's in a coma. Throughout the entire book she kind of has to decide if she wants to go back to life and living, things might be different, or if she wants to just let it go and just die. That was a really weird description, but anyways. And this is just the continuation of the story, I believe 3 years later, and this one's actually in the point of view of her boyfriend from this book. So I really love this duology. I've never reread these books, but I have rewatched the movie many times and I cry every single time, especially with one scene with her grandpa. Oof, it gets me every time. So I would love to reread these books and then rewatch the movie at some point soon for this one because I do own it. And then the next book is another Gail Forman book, and it's Just One Day. I've also had this on my shelf for years. I bought the duology box set for literally $5 or $6 at Walmart. I don't know why it was that cheap, but I bought it. And I've actually started it. I'm on chapter 2. I'm on page 18. And I just really want to read this book. This one is a bit of a happier one. I think this one's the only ones that has like... Oh, actually no, it says heartbreak on the back. Never mind. I was gonna say maybe this is like the only like happy one, but who knows. Our main character is like on a trip to Europe in Paris, I believe, and she meets an actor and they kind of like fall in love in one day, and I don't know what happens, but I did start it. I was intrigued by it. I did want to continue. I just haven't had the chance. I'm kind of nervous about this one because it is fat. I think it's one of the fattest books on this TBR. I do really want to get to this one as well. So here's the tea. Like I said, like I really want to reread If I Stay, but if I'm to read it, I need to read it tomorrow. Like, where she went is fine for whenever, but if I stay, would have to be tomorrow, just because I don't want to be at work, because I'll be bringing whatever book I'm reading to work with me on Saturday, because I do have a half hour and a 15-minute break, so I'd have time to read. But I don't want to be reading this book at work because I know that it's made me cry, so I'm sure that it will make me cry again, or at least get me close to it, and I don't want to be reading that on my break in case there's somebody else there also on their break, because that sometimes happens. So this one I would want to read while I'm home and not out and about with other people there, because I don't want to have to explain that. So we'll see. If I finish Goodbye Days in time, I think I'll pick this up tomorrow and see how it goes, and maybe also pick up this one. You know, because this one I wouldn't mind reading work. And then I think I'd pick up The Takedown after that, because it is a quicker read. So I think that's what I'm going to try to get to. I don't know if I'll get to just one day, but these are all the books that I'm planning on getting to this weekend, or trying to get to, or that I could get to this weekend. I don't really know, but I am in a huge contemporary mood, so this readathon is coming at the perfect time, and there are no challenges for it, which is perfect. I'm currently trying to export my NaNoWriMo vlog, so I'm going to go read this while it is exporting, and maybe also upload it at the same time. I don't know. It is kind of a lengthy video, so it could take a while to upload, so I might just do that tomorrow. But I would like to stay up a bit late tonight reading this, because I don't necessarily have to be up early tomorrow, but I also need to write tomorrow and vlog tomorrow as well for my writing vlog. I don't really know. There's also the new episode of High School Musical, the series releasing. It's actually already out because it's midnight. And then Shane Dawson, I believe, is also releasing the final episode in the Shane x Jeffrey series, which I really want to watch. That's the tea. That's what's happening. I will update you guys later. Hey guys, so it's now 2:20 a.m. So I ended up watching High School Musical, the series, episode 3. I didn't get that much reading done in Goodbye Days. I'm now on page 60. So I always said I didn't make that big of a dent into it, which I'm kind of upset about. So already the plans are not going the way I want them to, but I'm hoping to read a whole heck of a lot of this tomorrow. So hoping to finish this tomorrow and at least start if I stay, but I'd also really love to finish if I stay. So I guess we shall see what happens, but I will see you guys in the morning when I wake up. Hey guys, so it's now 12:59 p.m. I've gotten ready for the day, and I'm about to sit down and do some more reading in Goodbye Days. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this book and do all the plans that I wanted to do, but I guess we'll find out. I'm going live on YouTube in a couple of hours, I think like 2.5 hours or something. No, an hour and a half. I'm going live on YouTube for NaNoWriMo, and so I'm going to be reading until then while I have a video uploading. So I guess we're just going to have to see how much I can get read in that time, and I will update you guys a little bit later. Okay, so it's about 2:15 p.m. now, and I haven't read much because I got distracted doing some writing things that I forgot that I wanted to do, and then I made myself some lunch, and I'm eating that right now, and I'm reading as I'm eating, which I don't typically do. It's not something that I enjoy doing. I just find it too, like, hard to manage both of them, but I am, because I need to read more before my live show in 15 minutes. But I'm reading, and I just feel so bad for the main character, Carver, because he's lost all of his friends. All of his best friends are gone in one go, and you know, when you're growing up, and like in high school and whatnot, you don't expect for your friends to die. Do you know what I mean? Like, in life, you expect for older people to die. It's like grandparents to die, and like that doesn't necessarily come as like such a shock. Like, my grandfather passed away earlier this year, and it hurt, and it was like unexpected, but I also knew like that it was coming soon, and I knew that like he was in a better place. But like, when you lose your friends that young, and it's unexpected, and you don't have any time to like kind of come to terms with it, like, I can't even imagine. On the page that I'm currently on, he's just kind of talking about like how lonely he is all of a sudden, and how his phone is just never like lighting up with text messages, and I'm like, I would feel so lonely. Like, I do not deal well with loneliness. Like, I need to be talking to people, and like, I talk to people all the time, and I can't imagine losing all of my best friends in one fell swoop. Do you know what I mean? And I'm really feeling for this character. Like, overall, I'm not like in love with this book yet, but I am definitely having these moments every so often where like I really feel deep for this character, and I'm trying to imagine what it would feel like to be in his position dealing with this kind of thing. I know that I would not handle it well, and I'm just like, it's really sad. Like, when all of his friends were alive, they called themselves the Sauce Crew because of something that they like did. It was like an inside joke. They called themselves the Sauce Crew. And so he kind of relays that event that led to their group name being the Sauce Crew. And then at the end of the story, he's like, I'm the Sauce Crew now. And I just like wanted to cry because I'm just like, that's so sad. Like I can't even imagine what that would feel like. I've never had a loss like that, where it was a friend that I was losing in that way, and I'm just like, whew. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but I need to finish my food. But I will definitely check in with you guys a little bit later when I hopefully get some more reading done. Hey guys, so it is now just past 11:30 at night, and I didn't do as much reading as I wanted to. So I ended up going out with my family for dinner and going to a few different stores to do some shopping because I had to pick up some concealer because mine is completely out. Like I didn't even have enough today to cover my blemishes, and I have a lot of them right now. I literally still haven't really made a dent into Goodbye Days, and I am really enjoying this book. I would like to read it, but I think it's just not one of those books that I can read quickly or that's like grabbed my attention, so I might have to put this one on hold until after this readathon because I think that if I were to read this one, it might be the only one that I read, and I don't want that to be the case. So I don't really know, but I'm on page 77. So I don't really know what I want to move on to next because like I told you guys yesterday or this morning when I started the vlog, I don't want to be reading a really sad book when I'm at work, but I don't want to start another book. I'm not gonna like read it. So what I'm thinking, I don't know, because these are the books that I told you guys were on my TBR. I work 8 hours tomorrow and I'm really not looking forward to it. I'm also closing, which just means I'm gonna be really tired. But I could pick up If I Stay, but what if I start crying when I'm reading it at work? Like I guess I can kind of gauge it and be like, well, if I'm at a part where I know that something's about to happen that could make me cry, then I like won't bring it to work, and I could bring this one to work because this one so far hasn't made me cry. I've been close to it or like been sad, but I haven't actually cried. Or I could bring Just One Day, which like I don't want to start a million books at one time because I've already done that so many times this year. Like yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and try to decide because I think I'm gonna stay up a little bit longer and get some reading done. And like the font in this is huge. Maybe I'll just pick up If I Stay. I can get through a bit of this today. I don't know what time I want to go to bed at. Not too late. But if I can get a chunk of this read tonight right now before I go to bed, that'd be great. I don't anticipate getting any read before going to work. I just really don't see that happening unless both of my parents drive me to work. Then I can read it in the car, or I can bring this one to work and read this one in the car. I think my new goal is to just read these two books because I just don't know, because if I get off at 9, I get home at around 9:30 and then I have to eat and like do everything, and I also work on Sunday, so I just, oh wait, yeah, this goes on until Sunday. Why am I thinking that it ends tomorrow? Idiot. Okay, so if I can read this one tomorrow and also a chunk through this one, maybe also finish Where She Went. Like, I'd be happy if I can read that much. Maybe also one more book, maybe also The Takedown. I don't really know, but I think I'm gonna stop it at these 3. Maybe. Who knows? But I need to go. I'm just kind of, like, I think right now these ones are kind of my main priority because I really want to reread them, and I know that I can read these quickly. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna start If I Stay, and hopefully I don't get sucked into it too much to the point where like I don't want to go to bed because like I need to go to bed. But I will check back in with you guys a little bit later. Like 12:30 now. Ignore my appearance. I like washed my face and I've got like cream on my face and like whatever, but I've been reading If I Stay and I'm so happy because I'm still loving this book so much. I have a feeling that we're getting close to the part that made me cry for the first time when I first read it. Like I was sad when I was reading it the first time, but there was one specific moment, one like specific like line or description that just had me sobbing, and I know that it's gonna do the same this time. And I wish they'd kept the line in the movie, but they didn't. But I've been listening to the movie soundtrack, which is my favorite, specifically the Willamette Stone songs, which in the movie Zoe is Mia's boyfriend Adam's band. I just got to a part where Mia is overhearing a conversation. She's in the hospital, and I don't want to like spoil you in case you haven't read it, but there's a part where the nurses and stuff are talking to the grandparents saying, is there anyone that you can call to come be here for Mia? And Mia is having an out-of-body experience, and she is overhearing this entire conversation, and she's like, you know, just like, how are my grandparents going to get into contact with Adam, my boyfriend, and like all these things. And I've always like thought about that, like if something, this is like where my anxiety kicks in, but I'm just like, if I were to get into an accident or something, who would notify my friends? You know what I mean? Like, would my parents or would whoever was there think to call my friends or like let my friends know, or would my friends just not know? Or like, you know, especially like internet friends, like I think about this all the time, which is like so morbid and so sad, but I'm just like, if anything were to happen to like Peyton or Julia or like anybody, how would I know? Like, would their family contact me? How would I know if they got into an accident or if something happened to them? Like, how would I know? Like, I think about death and this like way too often, but I get caught up on little details like this. And so like I was just reading that part in this book and I was like, oof, Mia girl, I feel ya. But anyways, I'm going to continue reading. What page am I on? I'm only on page 54, so I'm going to keep reading for a little bit longer because I love this book and I want to cry. So hoping that I reach that really sad part tonight, but I'm going to read and cry, and I love this book. Like, I know a lot of people don't like this book or this duology, but I really do. Okay, bye. Okay, so it's 1:20 a.m. now, and I really need to go to bed, so I need to stop reading if I stay. But I knew this book would suck me, and I was like, I hope it doesn't. But, like, I knew it would because it's such a quick read. I read it in one sitting the first time, but I'm about halfway through now. I'm on page 138, and I didn't get to the part that made me cry the first time, and I know that's coming up. Like, I know that it's coming up because I flipped ahead a little bit and I saw a sign that's coming up, and I know that I can't wait up anymore to get to that part, and I know that if I get myself all worked up, I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep. I already don't think I'm able to fall asleep because I'm not that tired. But yeah, so I know that I'm not going to take this with me to work tomorrow because I know that I'll cry if I take it to work with me, so I'm going to have to take something else instead. I'll take Goodbye Days because I need to read that one and just hope that a part doesn't come up that makes me cry. But yeah, so I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it's Saturday now and it is 11:30 p.m. so I worked 8 hours today, 1 to 9, and I'm exhausted. I came home around 9:30, ate dinner, and about 10 o'clock-ish I started writing, and I haven't had a chance to read yet, but the plan is to try to read as much of If I Stay as possible, if not finish it. I do work at 11 a.m. tomorrow, so I do need to wake up rather early, definitely earlier than I did today, but the goal is to finish this. And then the plan tomorrow, I only work 11 to 3:30, so I should theoretically have more time to get stuff done. So I really want to start and finish Where She Went tomorrow, and that's kind of like my main goal. I guess my goals for this readathon are to have this duology read. I was wanting to read Goodbye Days, but I'm just not feeling it right now. I think I am still going to try to finish this before the end of November. I just don't know if I want to read it for the readathon. If I finish Where She Went earlier than I think I will, or you know, still like a lot of time to spare, then I might move into this one and just try to see how much progress I can make in it. But my main priority right now are these two because I'm just so invested. I just love this book so much. It's so emotional, so good. So I'm definitely going to sit down here and read that for as long as I can, even though I'm feeling really tired. It was a hard day, guys. It was a hard day. I will update you guys a little bit later because now I need to go update my writing vlog. So I'm on page 164 and I just passed the part that always starts the waterworks. That always makes me cry, and I'm not gonna spoil it. but it just hits me every time, and I know it's just gonna get worse from here, and I don't know. I'm very excited to rewatch this movie at some point next week because honestly, it just makes me cry like a little baby, and I just love when a book can make me cry. Like, it's a sign that the book is good to me, that it can elicit such emotion to make me cry. Not like it takes a lot to make me cry, but sometimes with books it does take a lot to make me cry. That part always gets me, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get back to reading now, but oof, damn. I am looking rough. So I just finished If I Stay. It's 12:30, and I thought that I had a lot more to go, but it was just like extra content and like sneak peeks to her other books at the back. So I finished a lot sooner than I thought I would, which is wonderful, but I do need to go to bed because I'm not gonna get much sleep. I just want to say that I love this book. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars because while I really love it, I don't know, that ending just kind of seemed to come really quickly, and I don't know if it's because I thought that there was so much more to it because there were so many pages left, or if it's because it just actually came really fast. I think I prefer the movie for like a few different things. I think I like the movie a bit better, but I still really love this book. I'm really excited to reread Where She Went because I know that a lot of people don't like that book. I remember loving it, so I really like this book. I definitely do recommend it if you like sad contemporaries and can obviously deal with the topics of like accidents and like dying family and parents and whatnot. Obviously I know that that can be triggering for some people, but yeah, this book, I was crying so much and I look like a mess, but I need to go take my makeup off and go to bed, but hopefully tomorrow I will be able to read all of the sequel to this one because that would be ideal, but I will see you guys later. Hey guys, welcome to Sunday. So I'm just gonna end out this vlog. I didn't vlog all day because I was just not having a good day today. I got my period this morning and I was in pain all day. Like, my back has been consistently hurting all day since I got my period. I had to work today right after getting the period, which was not great, and literally I don't normally get really annoyed when I'm on my period, but I was just really ticked off by everything. Like, any little annoying thing a customer said or any like annoying tone or like passive aggressive tone, I wanted to smack everybody. So did not have a happy day. But then I came home and I relaxed, lie down on the couch with like a heating pad on my back, and I watched If I Stay, which was really good. I cried, obviously. Didn't get any more reading done today. I wanted to start Where She Went. I still have about 40 minutes left of the night, but I'm just too exhausted to put any effort into reading right now, so I think I will try to pick this up at some point this week. You guys will find out in my wrap-up if I read this. I'll do a little wrap-up. I completely failed my TBR, but I don't think I failed completely because I feel like I read more than I normally would in one weekend, especially since I worked a bit more than I normally do. I got up to page 76 in Goodbye Days. I don't know where I started this book at, but I feel like I did a little bit of progress, and I'm still planning on finishing this month as well. Obviously, I started and finished If I Stay by Gail Forman, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. I don't remember what I rated it the first time I read it, but I'm going to assume it was a 5 out of 5. Didn't quite live up to my original love for it, but I still definitely loved the story, loved the characters, definitely still impacted me in a way, and I still really loved the movie as well. That's kind of the end of this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys are currently reading because I'd really love to know. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I'll see you guys next time.